Friday, November 14th, 2014. 67-year-old Norwegian Dr. Mads Gilbert, whom has been helping Palestinians over the past 30 years during times of conflict, has been banned from Gaza. This is because of his personal opinion of the policies of the Israeli government, and he is not silent about them. In a childish rebuttal, the authority acted very immaturely, and instead of doing the grown-up thing, which would be to have a sit-down with him and come to a mutual understanding, they just outright banned someone who has been doing nothing but helping their people. NASA-affiliated scientists have developed a drone made from fungus, bacteria, and wasp spit. The awesome thing about this tech is it is ours and ours alone, because if it crashes, what little would be left would melt away due to this remote control aircraft being biodegradable. A 4 billion mile space trip and yet a battery charging issue may prevent the Rosetta space mission from sending data back to us here on Earth. This is because the Comet probe had apparently bounced several times after initial touchdown and is now resting in a dusty, mostly dark place which only gets about 1.5 hours of sunlight, whereas the batteries need at least 6 to 7 hours to fully charge. Yes, everything else from drilling to temperature readings are working, but without sufficient power, all the data will just stay with its source. But oh well, most first tries often fail. But isn't this what science is all about? Probing and figuring out what fails and what succeeds? Heck, if they decide to send another comet lander, at least we know what to do to mark a higher chance of doing what we want it to do. The over-censorship of things regarding what our children see has reached an all-time level of retardation, especially in Turkey. In their 6th grade biology textbooks, instead of images depicting the inner workings and anatomical structures of male and female genitalia, the pages of the reproductive chapter have been replaced by images of ducklings, polar bears, dolphins, and a woman holding a baby. So yeah, in Turkey, when a man loves a woman, he quacks in her growl and they both dolphin, then suddenly, baby! Teaming up with the USGS, California-based startup Early Warning Labs has created Quake Alert, a smart device application and in-home alarm system. This dual device will send out alerts to people who have it seconds prior to an earthquake, giving them several more moments than the 0 we used to have because evolution took away our quake senses. Maui County, Hawaii has passed a law which bans the cultivation of genetically modified organisms, aka GMOs. In response, Monsanto and Dow Chemical Company have filed a lawsuit and are demanding a local Honolulu judge to block the law and invalidate the voter-approved measure. Fucking seriously? Hey douchebag companies, it's bad enough you have been poisoning the people of the US, but now that we don't want your crap anymore, you sue us and attempt to trample over the word of we the people? To Monsanto and the Dow Chemical Company, fuck you. Today from the past. In 1991, in Royal Oak, Michigan, a fired USPS employee went on a shooting rampage, killing 4 and injuring 5 before committing suicide. In 1922, the British Broadcasting Service, now known as BBC, began radio service in the UK. And in 1910, aviator Eugene Borton Ely performed the first takeoff from a ship in Hampton Roads, Virginia. He took off from a makeshift deck on the USS Birmingham in a Curtiss pusher. Births: Kurt Schilling, 1966, Leopold Mozart, 1719. Deaths: Martin Dies Jr., 1972. Geek News. A partnership between Domino's and Pebble is allowing owners of the Pebble smartwatch to track their pizza order. This isn't a direct GPS location service of the delivery truck itself, but if you don't want to sit and stare in front of your computer screen watching the status of your order from initial prep to on its way, you can now stare at your wrist to do the same. However, GPS tracking ability sounds awesome. Hopefully they'll add that at some point, so if you want to watch your dinner slowly make its way to the door, you can. E.T. the Extraterrestrial, a game so horribly terrible that nearly single-handedly crashed the entire video game industry in the early 1980s, has become so famous for its suckiness that copies that have been dug up from the New Mexico desert are selling from $1,500 and up. And have you ever wanted to thumb wrestle but doing it IRL is too mainstream? Thunderdome Wrestling, brought to you by Kotaku, is just a remedy for you! Now you can customize your warriors, perform special attacks, and have amazing cutting-edge sound effects as you battle! Hit your opponent! Created within the Unity engine, this game is available for free on PC and Mac, but you will need a compatible Xbox 360 or newer controller and to download some drivers. And that is it for the show today. Links to everything I've talked about, as well as more information on those stories, are in the underbar, as well as different stories I did not talk about during today's show are also in the underbar. Don't forget to look right and left at every intersection and rate 5 thumbs and subscribe. I'll see you this Sunday. Actually, on Monday. You'll see me on Monday.